The creation quite a few years ago of the Vin de Pays appellation in France was a real game changer. For the first time it allowed winemakers to use blends of grape varieties to make styles of wine that hitherto had been prohibited under the strict appellation contrôlée rules that defined the classic regions of France. Now, more recently, an even more kind of wide-ranging, a wide-viewed appellation called Vin de France has come into force, and Vin de France wines really give the winemakers freedom to do what they want. Grapes can come from across France, different regions can be blended together, varieties that wouldn't normally go together can be put together, and in fact the Vin de France is increasingly producing some really quite interesting wines. There was a worry that it would only produce poor wines, wines where all the bits and pieces were thrown together to make something, but in fact winemakers are using it very creatively. This example, my wine of the week, is a really good case in point. This is the Duo de Mer Viognier Sauvignon Blanc 2013, and it comes under the Vin de France appellation and sells for just £6.25 from the Wine Society. Now, Viognier and Sauvignon Blanc are two varieties that wouldn't normally go together. I'm not sure where this comes from, but Viognier, a typical grape of the Rhône Valley, Sauvignon Blanc, a typical grape of the Loire Valley. Blended together here, and my, that is quite a perfume from this wine. It really is a beautifully aromatic wine. Lots and lots of greengage and gooseberry and those really fresh herb-touched aromas of the Sauvignon Blanc. But a great sultry depth of apricot and peach from the Viognier too, giving this real aromatic fireworks. Incredibly inviting wine, so I'll take a sip. In the mouth it works beautifully too, because Viognier, generally quite a textural rich wine, plays beautifully here against the Sauvignon Blanc, which is much more of that acid thrust and cut. There's a lovely grapefruit and lime zest, kind of life and energy to this in the palate too, and it finishes pretty much dry. There might be the slightest hint of sweetness there, I'm not sure. It could easily just be the ripeness of the fruit, but it finishes with great harmony, textural weight, cleansing acidity, and that lovely mouth-filling peachiness of the fruit. It's a terrific little wine, matching to all sorts of foods, great for aperitif drinking too. I could think it would be superb with cold chicken or with simple roast chicken, but really quite wide food matching credentials because of that texture and flavour balance. My wine of the week is the very interesting and very nice Duo de Mer Viognier Sauvignon. It comes from the 2013 vintage and is on sale in the Wine Society for £6.25 a bottle. This is my wine of the week.